Hi everyone, it is Effie here, and this is our second video now, isn't it? In the space of like 2 minutes, yeah. So I'm going to do a video about my C-section, so just talking about the experience and everything. So as you know, it was confirmed on the 14th of June that I would have a C-section. So we had to get all the stuff ready. My holidays were starting the next day anyway. I organised Mark's from a few weeks before. But we went over to my mum's that night. Here we go. We went over to my mum's that night and told her that I would be having the C-section and that she needed to go and have the whooping cough injection because I didn't know how long Sophia would be in special care nursery for. So she went that weekend, I think, and got the injection. And on the Monday and Tuesday, I had to go into the hospital and get steroids for Sophia's lungs. And actually on the first day I was there, I think it was the Monday, I asked if my mum could be in the theatre with me and Mark and whoever else, and we were told no. And at the same time, I could see into the special care nursery and there was a mum in there who had a mask on, and I just lost it. And yeah, they said, oh, we'll try and get your mum in. They didn't get her in the end anyway. But I will talk about that mum another time because we've become friends because she has triplets and they went home over the weekend. And so on the Wednesday, me, my mum and Mark, we went to the hospital at about 6 in the morning and they took me into a room and everything, got me ready, asked questions and all that kind of stuff, signed a couple more forms. And I was taken to theatre just after 8 o'clock, I think. Could be. I don't remember now. It was 4 weeks ago. But, they do all the preps and everything. And Mark got put into this, suit thing. And my mum just had to wait upstairs in the room. And they go to me, oh, so do you know what you're having? And I said, yeah, a girl. And I go, but you never know. And they're like, what do you mean? And I go, I've heard so many stories of being told one sex and it's come out the other. And he's like, okay, we'll see. So the obstetrician was in there. There was a really nice midwife. There was the neonatologist and a whole lot of other people. I don't know. But so they started around 22, just after 22:09. They started on me in theatre. So they got the sheet. Oh well, first they did the spinal block. Sorry. First they did a spinal block. So they got me to cuddle up. And they've got it injected in. And I think that was the worst part of the C-section for me. Because for me it felt like bones were cracking and stuff. But then afterwards, you get numb. So once I was numb, they got me to lie down. They put the sheet up. And Mark came on the side with me. And they started. And you don't feel much in the C-section. It feels weird, but it's nothing too major. So they cut me open and you can feel them sucking everything out and everything. And at 8:47 you hear this littlest cry, didn't we? You hear a wow, and that just started me off. I started crying. And the midwife goes, yes, still a girl, they were right. And I'm like, oh, it's Sophia. And Mark's watching from where he is because they said they'd clean up the blood for him first because he's not really that good with blood. And you hear him go, oh my gosh, she's so tiny. And then the next thing you hear is, oh my gosh, she's got dark hair like you. But as you can see in the video, she's got light brown hair. But I mean, with all the gunk on it and everything, it looked dark. So what they did was they cleaned her up quickly. Mark went and took a couple of photos. And then they brought her over quickly to me and showed her to me. And she was a bit blue in the face. She needed oxygen and stuff. But, yeah, they took her up quickly and Mark went with them. So they finished stitching me up and everything and asking how I felt. And then I went into recovery. It wasn't there for long. I'd say probably half hour, 45 minutes. I was really eager to just go upstairs and see if I could see Sophia again. And, yeah, it was alright down there. It wasn't really hurting or anything. They put you on a lot of medication and stuff. And so I went upstairs about 45 minutes later. I saw my mum and Mark. and asked about her, how does she look like, blah, blah. And I was told she looks like exactly like me and everything. And as you can see now, she's a lot more of Mark. So you can see her. Okay, so yeah, but in regards to recovery and stuff, well, it's 4 weeks. It's been 4 weeks. I can start driving. I've been told from my obstetrician. I see him in 2 weeks. I've been wearing pregnancy recovery shorts. Not wearing them at the moment. I don't know where they are. And probably in the wash, but they helped as well with the pain. Like, I had pain about a week after, probably after I started getting off the meds, started weaning off them, but nothing too major. The thing, it feels like weird, like numb. I touch it, and it's the weirdest feeling. But otherwise fine. Like, the first night they just keep you on monitors. They have like your calves on these like things so you don't get clots or whatever. Like, you had the TED stockings on and everything. But they got me all of that like before 8 o'clock the next morning, because Danielle was eager to go down to the nursery and see her. Because we saw her, I think, at 6 o'clock that morning. They brought her in quickly so we could see her. Didn't they? And then she went back, and yeah, they got me ready because I was really eager. And I wasn't in much pain. I think on like the 4th, 5th day I was sleeping on my tummy again. It was more just getting back into the habit of sleeping on my tummy. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So 4 weeks later, like I said, I see the obstetrician and the physio in 2 weeks. And no pain, just numbness. That's pretty much it. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Bye.